welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about how to start a self-love journey. These are 3 key practices that really help me to reconnect back to my true self and start to accept and love myself so that I can know how to be loved and radiate that love towards other people as well. And I know that these tips are going to be really helpful on your journey, so let's get into it. I'm ready. Okay. The first step to starting your self-love journey is going to be to reconnect back to your authentic self. The truth is, you cannot love yourself if you don't know yourself. At a young age, I pretty much abandoned my authentic self because I did not feel safe being true to myself. Through doing this childhood work and uncovering these wounds of abandonment, neglect, and rejection, I realized that I actually don't hate myself. I just thought that society hated me. So the magic word to reconnecting back to your authentic self is going to be why. Something that I was really unhappy with myself was that I would literally change who I am to make other people more comfortable around me. And I had to keep asking myself, why? And it got back to because when I was younger and I would be myself, I felt abandoned, rejected, embarrassed. So I really had to figure out why it was that I felt like my true self was unlovable. And this first step might be a little heavy, but I promise you it is necessary. Just stick with me. The second 2 steps that I say in this video are also going to help you to reconnect back to yourself, but not in such a heavy way. But once you reconnect back to who you were before society made you feel like you had to change, then you want to forgive yourself. You want to forgive your adult self for being in survival mode this whole time, because that's essentially what it was. For you, it may not be growing up feeling different and feeling lonely. It may be something else, but you want to uncover why it is that you feel you need to act a certain way in front of certain people. And then once you forgive yourself and other people, you want to accept yourself for who you truly are, because that version of you is absolutely lovable. And once you start to love yourself, you're going to realize that other people will love you too once you show that part of yourself. To wrap up that first tip, you can reconnect back to yourself through journaling, shadow work, doing activities that you really love. You could reconnect back to yourself through not apologizing for being your authentic self. And you could reconnect back to yourself through acceptance.
Back up on my bullshit, back up on the scene. Done dealing with you, don't know how to deal with me. Done fucking with you, don't know how to love me. Done dealing with you, so it seemed like I get so much, I don't get nothing back. I really thought it was love, but you're so fucking whack. Always get caught up in love, but now you know with that. I can't get caught up in love, so now I'm, flexing on my exes and my Model X. Pretty little, skinny, little bitty body Model X. Some of y'all ain't never had no real bitch and it shows. I keep it 100 from my head down to my toes.
The second step is going to be much more fun, and that is to start taking care of yourself. Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, whatever else is the other one, spiritually. But I suggest doing this in a way that you focus on what it is that you don't like about yourself. For example, I used to be very insecure about how skinny I am and about the fact that I was like such a tomboy. Then I started doing yoga just with the intent to stretch my muscles. But it actually ended up really transforming me spiritually because I started to accept my body. Once I started, stretching my muscles and taking care of my body and just feeling that real mind and body connection, it just made me appreciate and accept my body more for what it is. Once I was able to accept my body, I was able to start loving it, and it's just a beautiful feeling. You gonna know what I mean. I want you to take care of yourself with the intent to really focus on what you need, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, whether it's spiritual. Say you have anger issues and you don't like that. Take care of yourself emotionally. If you feel yourself getting angry, what do you need? What do you need? Do you need to scream? Do you need to hit something? Do you need some time away from people? Just start taking care of yourself, and then you could kind of accept those parts of yourself and love yourself unconditionally, and you could change whatever you want to change. Instead of not liking those parts of yourself, tend to what it is that you need. For instance, I used to hate that I had dry skin until I started intentionally moisturizing and exfoliating. Now I don't have dry skin because I tended to my skin's needs instead of criticizing myself and putting myself down. I just gave myself what I needed. Start really taking care of yourself with intention to transform whatever it is that you don't like about yourself and create that mind-body connection by really tending to your body's needs or your skin's needs or your emotional needs. Whatever it is, really take care of yourself.
Bitch, back on my pussy, back on my dish, you in the studio. Back on tequila, back on the strippers, all the groupie hoes. This could get ugly, I pity, I want you bad out of smoke. I'm coming crazy, baby, one thing that you should know. Little baby, bounce back, yeah. Act like you a stranger, yeah. Memory loss, I play like that. Call your boys, I'm getting about that. Faded up to 42, quarters too important. Blue dream inside the roll up, hold up. Watch me go up, leave you so stuck. I'm back and I'm better than they. One bitch on my level, ain't no question. I'm a legend, baby. Don't ever forget it. No, you see me rolling in this rose gold, so cold. Oh no, I can't fuck with lanes like you no more. Back up on the scene, out here acting foolish like I'm 17. They just bought a new whip, blow me gasoline. I just seen your new bitch, boosted my self-esteem. Back up on my bullshit, back up on the scene. Done dealing with you, don't know how to deal with me. Done fucking with you, don't know how to love me. Done dealing with you, so I'm back. Yeah, bitch, flex on my legs, in my Model X. Flex on my legs, in my Model X. Flex on my, yeah, flex on my.
Number 3, taking yourself out on dates. This is a fun one that we all love. We all love to see it, okay? But not just taking yourself out on dates just for the little cuteness, just to say that you did, but really with the intent to experience what it is that you want to experience. I personally spend a lot of time alone, so I went on dates not realizing that was what I was doing. But once I really started this journey of dating myself, I started doing it with the intention to experience the things that I thought I needed another person to experience them with. Say you always wanted another person to take you on a certain date. Go on that date by yourself and experience what it is that you want to experience. And this is going to help tell your mind that you are already whole and that you are all that you need. And once you do go on dates with other people, they will just complement your experience and not complete it. We got to get out of that mindset of another person completing us. That's not true. We're already whole. We're single, not incomplete. Or you might not be single. You could date yourself when you're in a relationship. And not just with dates, even in a relationship. When you do get into a relationship, this person is going to compliment you. They're going to add on to all the love that you already have for yourself. And you're going to be able to radiate that love to them because you're so full of it. You can't pour an empty cup, you feel me? And going on these dates alone, I promise you, is going to build your sense of self. It's going to literally expand your identity to a person who just goes after what they want and doesn't need anybody on their side to ride with them. But if you do have somebody on your side, like I said, they're going to be adding to your experience. And another thing with dating yourself is, I realized how much of the bare minimum I was accepting from other guys. I took a break from going on dates, and I realized that I don't even have an interest in those type of guys that I was attracted anymore, because they cannot match my energy. When you go on dates, right, and you really just do what it is you always wanted to do. You setting the bar for yourself. And anybody that wants to come into your life, they're gonna have to reach that. You're not gonna be entertained by that little shit no more. People are going to have to treat you as good as you treat yourself, because you're not gonna accept any less. You already got used to treating yourself like a queen, like a king. So dating yourself can help you to see your actual true worth, not build self-worth, but to remind you of what's already been within you this entire time. We accept less from people because that's how we view ourselves, as less. The people that I used to attract didn't love themselves just how I didn't love myself, and we both trying to get validation from each other. But once you really treat yourself how you always wanted to be treated by another person, then you'll start to attract those people who are going to meet the bar or exceed it. You get to set the tone. So just a little recap: you want to reconnect back to your authentic self through journaling, shadow work, asking yourself why. Let yourself cry, let yourself feel those feelings, and then you could release them. The second thing, you want to take care of yourself. You want to take care of whatever it is that you need. Instead of criticizing yourself and putting yourself down, see what that part of you needs and give it to yourself. Third thing, you want to start going out on dates and experiencing the things that you've always wanted to experience, and treat yourself how you deserve to be treated. This is just the beginning of my self-love series. This is how to start your self-love journey. So definitely make sure that you got those post notifications on. We are about to go on a soul searching journey to really just connect back to our true self. And one thing that I want to leave you off with too is acceptance. Acceptance and forgiveness is so powerful to yourself. Like, really accept yourself for who you are, because I promise you are lovable. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning back into another video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Flex on my, yeah, flex on my.